Happy Audiobook Month, happy Pride. We're going to intersect today, but before we get into it, let's talk about the merchandise. I love audiobooks, of course I do. This I think is from Home Cooked Books. I think they have a shop on the site. We'll have to double check. And this mug is really old now. I think it was from Jeffrey Kafer's Teespring maybe, which is Don't Bother Me. I'm listening to my audiobook. Love this mug. So yeah, and I don't even know if that's available anymore. You'll have to check it out. So I wanted to talk about audiobooks and, shall we say, being on the rainbow and wanting books that cover all phases of the rainbow, but especially where that connects with wanting a lived experience in our authors, in our voice actors, in the storytelling that we get from the books, because I think it is so natural to want to read books that we see ourselves in, and to want the people voicing those books, writing those books, giving voice to them, whether that is the actual writing or the storytelling in voicing. This is not being explained very well, Kelly. Like, the wording's not wording. Like, the storytelling in the writing, but also in the voice, the performing, to be a lived voice, to be somebody that is telling that story from a place of understanding, from a place of living that. But I think the problem with that is that it is a very delicate balancing act of wanting to have that lived experience and also not demanding that people share things with you that, one, you are not entitled to know, and two, that they may not feel comfortable with sharing with the world. They may not be sharing it with people. They may not know themselves yet. It may be something they are still coming to terms with. It may be something that they are just not comfortable telling others. There are so many different things to consider, and ultimately it's private. They don't owe you it. And I do understand, and I think it's okay to pose the question, is this an Own Voices book? Is this an Own Voices performance? But that's where it should stop. It shouldn't come with a demand of an answer. Just ask the question. And then if you don't get the answer that you want, or you don't get an answer at all, move on to something else. Because ultimately, there are so many more books. And ultimately, not everybody is going to be comfortable. I mean, I am on the rainbow somewhere on that beautiful rainbow. I don't talk about it. I think there's enough context clues in the things I say, things I do, that you could probably figure it out. But I don't openly discuss it, and I don't know that I ever will. Maybe. I don't know. Right now, I don't know that I feel it's necessary. I may change my mind on that. But I'm also not a writer. So I think we need to give grace. But we also, when we are talking about authenticity and saying we want own voices, and we don't want cishet people. We have to consider how safe it is for people to be saying they are cishet when potentially they are not. Not everybody has the privilege to be out and loud and proud. Some people, they need a shield. I don't know, something to consider. And I know authentic casting is important, but I also think it's important to know that having that information on a list somewhere, that, hey, I want to be cast in this role as this sort of character because I identify as this sort of person, can have its own set of issues, especially if that person is not in a safe environment or is surrounded by other people in the industry that they don't deem to be safe people. So I think it's something to bear in mind when you are looking for your next lesson, when you are talking about casting your audio. Make sure you are surrounding yourself with people that are trustworthy. Make sure if you are having conversations with narrators directly, that you are handling those conversations with care, that you are holding the information in the strictest of confidence. Cannot stress that enough.